acceptable than using kind of actors or live footage. We launched another film just earlier this week. It's too long to show now. It's a 7-minute film, but it takes you all the way through what you would do if you were caught up in a bomb, and it's set in a station setting, and it's been sponsored by the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh. Well worth a look, and if you watch that film, you will fully understand what the system is all about. In terms of dissemination, we're already well into dissemination. We've held a national event based in Birmingham. We're starting to disseminate into schools, scout groups, Women's Institute, all sorts of community-based groups who want to take the message and propagate. But we are making our main effort the school setting. How has the public responded? Well, within a day of launching, we'd had 1 million hits on the website. Within 48 hours, we were trending as the #1 app internationally on Google Play and iTunes, because the Windows Store came along a bit later. We had some very complimentary comments. The app is actually very simple. It's very low tech, because it's about getting the information to you. It doesn't require you to have an internet link to run it during an instant, because you may not have a phone connection. You download it onto your phone, and then it's there in a relatively low...
Ex-Philips, I left at the end of March, but when I agreed to give this talk, it was when I was under the salaries of Philips. This work relates to some funding we got from Innovate UK SPRI, and it's all about how to understand the problem before you come out with the technology. As the preamble said, I've been doing this stuff for quite a few years now, and I'm generally surrounded by a load of highly intelligent geeks who can do amazing things with technology. And then you try and drive it into the NHS and the like, and you have problems. So what we did in this Innovate UK study, and Professor Price over there is one of the ones who advocated we take this approach, along with the late Professor Rick Jones at Leeds, is really understand the problem. In NHS, often you're dealing with silos of pharmacy, pharmacology, whatever, any ology you like. And in this case, we thought, why don't we take it from a patient perspective, so we're truly capturing all the issues, benefit, costs and hassles of the care pathway for the patient. And then we use those insights to develop our service. We took chemotherapy. Why? Because we were looking to monitor patients, and the NHS is probably averse to spending money without getting a return. And the reason we chose chemotherapy as a model for monitoring patients is, unlike certain patients who will be on monitoring for 5, 10, 20 years, hopefully a patient with cancer undergoing chemotherapy will only have that treatment for 6 months. So I need
to bring your projects and your technology into healthcare. We each do something slightly differently. Now, I would admit to being slightly promiscuous when it comes to trauma, in that we take on a lot of things. If it's clearly in the field of another HTC, then of course we will refer you to them. But we do take on a lot of surgical interests, quite a lot of apps, quite a lot of other things, at lots of different stages. Our real interest is at the advanced prototype stage. I'll come back to that in a minute. And then working with you through the regulatory step, and then working through to get evidence into uptake into the NHS. We very recently just had funding from Europe, which is what the Medical Devices Testing and Evaluation Centre is all about. And Europe gave us a very large sum of money to build a dedicated simulation suite in Birmingham for the testing of medical devices. I can't actually find another one in the world. I've tried quite hard to find another dedicated simulation centre that's not used for clinical training, but is used for testing medical devices. The real attraction, and I apologise for a fairly hard sell, but the real attraction is that we can take devices at a very early stage of development. Our only requirement is that they plug into the mains and they don't electrocute it. So we do pat test the equipment that comes in if it's plugged in. But it does not have to have gone through the regulatory pathway, because we're not using it on patients. Our patients are plastic, it's quite difficult to get them to consent or to object to having treatment, and therefore we can take your products, we can take 3D printed products, we can take products made out of non-clinically usable materials, and we can start working very early on to find out whether real clinical staff in a realistic environment can use your technology We write a human
Now, I
factors
said
methodology.
that I don't have the academic qualifications and that I'm here through the passion for the subject. And I just wanted to let you know a bit about who I am, first of all, before I start, because I am unapologetically passionate when I talk about this. These two are my boys. The eldest there is Liam, a little boy there is Kid, who's just turning 3 months old, a little bit sick on his corner of his mouth. And I've got a very beautiful wife as well. The four of us, one very, very happy family. My second passion is the company I work for, which I'm incredibly lucky to have. I've been working at Microsoft for 9 years now, and I love the job that I do. I've worked in every part of the public sector. I'm currently leading the healthcare team, a team of 17 people, and I really, really enjoy it. It's a very exciting place to work. The third passion, which is not as relevant to today, is I'm a Man United fan, so we're going to skip past that. But these two are relevant for today. Now, each of us have our own stories of healthcare, and mine is no different to anybody else, but I'm incredibly thankful to the NHS for my two boys, because they both had very difficult births. They were both absolute critters when they came out. They both ripped up the rule book. Both had a poo in the womb. Liam managed to get some in his lungs. They both had problems with their umbilical cord. Both of them had heart rates that were declining severely. Both had emergency C-sections. Liam was on support for a little while, but ultimately they're absolutely both fine. My wife was managed really well through the process. We can't have any more kids, so there were some difficulties, but she's absolutely fine. So I have a family of four that are all fit and healthy and fine, and I am incredibly thankful for that. So that's why I'm very passionate about the topic, and I'm very passionate about the NHS, because I truly believe, so if you have businesses that could connect with that or interact with that or partner with that, then that's certainly worth having a look at. The third one is just a very simple one, but when we talk about taking cost out of the NHS, one of the best examples we've seen is NHS blood and transplant. If you've ever donated blood and you've used the application online, that's all built and run on our cloud platform. It enables scale, so lots of you in the room may be thinking about how you grow your business, how you scale your business, how you reach more people. This is a great example of just how to do that, and this is through the Microsoft cloud. So if you imagine just great big enormous data centers that you can get access to with all the unlimited compute power and storage at your disposal, this is how they achieve those kind of savings. It's through just that. The last one is something that people don't really know us for at all, and this is where we're thinking about how as a company we are transforming the care continuum and what we can do as people that build products and solutions and technology can really do to have an impact. Two things I want to raise here. The first of which is genomics. Now, I'm not going to pretend to you that I can give you a lesson in what genomics is, but I understand the importance of it. Sequencing genomes helps us understand big diseases like cancer and how we can fight them better. But it's previously been something that's been so out of reach that people haven't been able to do it. Just 10 years ago, to sequence one genome would cost you $100 million. That would take 2 weeks to do, to sequence that genome. Today, and actually my information is out of date, but today, as it stands, to sequence one genome costs $1,000, and you can do tens of hundreds per day if you wanted to. If you look at that rate over that decade, that period of 10 years that I've just articulated, that is faster, that drop in price is faster than Moore's Law. And that is just because of the rate of change that is happening with technology and the access to big cloud platforms like Microsoft, like Google, like Amazon, that give you that